Hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage and today we're going to be looking at Ethereum. Before we jump into the price action, just want to say thank you for watching. If you're enjoying the content, please smash that like button. If you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed already, why not hit that subscribe button, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and why not leave us some feedback down below as well. This really helps the channel and we really do appreciate it. Thank you everyone for your support. Okay, so let's get into this. So I'm still looking for more to go on this. Potentially we could come down here like we were talking about yesterday towards this 1500 area, and that was looking at this potentially as a flat correction here, as this is an A, a B, and then looking for the C wave to play out as a 5-wave move. So we actually plotted this out yesterday, and I'm going to just turn that on now. And effectively we were talking about completing into this green box area, but we actually came a bit lower, so I'm going to get rid of this now. And we're just going to move these wave structures around a little bit. So I do think that this is still looking for an additional 4th wave here, though we need to see how this plays out. If it starts to get too big, it is possible that actually we've completed into this low point, and this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's no internal subdivision like we have here. Though it is more likely in my opinion that it is playing out like this, but we'll have to see how we hold this zone. So I'm going to actually remove this box as well. So what we'd be looking for here is effectively to see how we react. Let me move this over. We're right on that 382. So this previous 4th wave here will be an important area. If we break significantly above this, then effectively I would be looking at this as a completed move. But for as long as we don't do that, we're sort of right in that sweet spot for that rejection area. So that 0.382 is actually being met. So it'll be interesting to see whether we start to reject from this point or whether we can actually push up a little bit higher. 50% is the highest we'd really want to go, though really only invalidation only really comes by moving past the 1627 zone. For as long as we stay below this zone, we can look to extend further, and we can potentially have this play out as a 1, 2, 3, and then continue to the downside in a bigger 5-wave move. But I'm not there's nothing sort of indicating that at the moment. But if this is a 4th wave move as we have it like this, what we'd be looking for effectively is to see this rejection happen. We can argue that it's already completed there, or we could actually look to push up a little bit more here. So let's have a look at this 1-to-1. So this 1-to-1 would actually take us just past this 4th wave high point here. So it is possible we could actually push up a little bit higher towards the 1603 zone. If we're looking at this as just as a 3-wave structure where this is an A, B, and we look to push up for that C wave. So it is possible this 4th wave still has a little bit of legs in it. I would be interested to see how it reacts at this, like I said, this 1603 would be that 1-to-1. And then alternatively, we have the we have this 854, which lines up quite nicely with this 4th wave top. So be interesting to see how we react. If we do actually start to break down again from this point, what our target range would be. I'm gonna do 2 targets. So if we do move up towards this 1-to-1 area, effectively our target would be a bit lower, and it would be here this 1519 to this 1493. So this is the zone we were talking about potentially coming down to anyway, because the 1-to-1 is this 1500. So that could be an important psychological level, as well as having these confluence zones here could actually mean that we actually push up a little bit more, and then we could look to break down from there. However, should we break down from our current location, this would slightly change it, and I'm going to mark it off of this area for the time being. So if we do break down from our current zone, let me remove this other fib. Effectively what we'd be looking at is this 1523 to this 1505. Like I said, that ties in quite nicely with retesting the bottom of this channel, as well as that zone that we were looking for as a 1-to-1 structure. So within this, we'd be looking for this move down, and then after that, it'll be important to see how we react. If we do break back to the upside from this point, we'd have to be careful of a few things. So what we'd want to see is we want to see how we react on the move back to the upside. And effectively, if we do come down into this zone, I'm going to just put it onto this 1-to-1, even though it's lower. Actually, I'll just center the box. There we go. So from this, if we do move down into that area, we'd have to see how we react in this box area here. And I'm going to leave this on the screen, this blue box. So this could give us rejection again if we form this as a 5-wave move to the downside, and this isn't a completed flat correction. So this could also develop into a W, X, and a Y, where this becomes a 5-wave move. We break up for a B wave and we break back down for a C wave. So that's something we need to bear in mind. This could also subdivide further, where this 5-wave move plays out. We break back up for a B wave and then we come back down for a C wave. So the target zone we're still looking for is this white box area, which is this 1535 to this 1389. Now, as I said before, I don't know if we're going to actually come back down as deep as this, but we could potentially come back down and retest this channel and then actually look to move back up for this white fifth wave. So this white fifth wave off of this 1500 zone would actually look to target out the 1787 to the 1719. So this is what we are primarily looking for. If we do actually form this structure where we come down and we face rejection again in this zone, we could actually look to push deeper. And we need to be aware, because we've got this as a 5-wave move here, we need to just be careful of this developing into something else, or into a bigger 5-wave move. Even though it's not indicating anything here within the structure as an impulse, but it is possible that we could still see this play out, where we come down and then we move back up. I'm just going to get this fib back on here. If we move back up here, I'm going to see what the most likely area is. I'm going to put it onto that channel actually. So if we come back and retest that channel, effectively it would move this up a little bit, but this 50% would be this previous support zone here at 1589, and then 786 would be sort of higher up in this range, testing some of these previous tops. So yeah, it's an interesting area that we could actually look to retest and then push away from. So if we do actually push away from this zone again, effectively what we could get is something play out to this effect, and I'm going to just go roughly off the 618 here. A 1-to-1 move could actually bring us lower down into this 1468. So we were talking about potentially coming back into this range. This 382 is a common area for fourth, so if we do push down deeper into this area, it wouldn't surprise me. This green box area here is basically an extension area for the C wave. So if we come down, we form a 5-wave move, we come back up, form a 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Potentially we could actually look to push down into this zone. Though if we only come up to that 618, if we do become a bigger impulse here, it would actually indicate we're going to push further through this. So we'd have to just keep an eye on that. If we do drop down past this 1411, like obviously this is just rough at the moment, but if we do drop down past this 1411 area, effectively we would need to just be careful that we don't have a bigger impulsive structure to the downside forming here. Because as with BTC and a lot of the other coins, we've been talking about this fourth wave proving itself. Until it actually comes in and we play out for that fifth wave, effectively it's just a 3-wave move into this high. So it could just actually roll over. So we need to just be aware of that. So that rejection zone we need to watch out for is between this 1628 to this 1589. That would be an area we could look for that further rejection to the downside. However, like I said, if this just plays out as a 5-wave move here, that could potentially complete this C wave into this zone, and then we start that move for this 5 waves to the upside. So we'll have to monitor this, see how we react in this zone. If we don't get this rejection down here, we need to also just be careful that there isn't an extension going on within the wave somewhere, where this becomes a 1 and a 2, and then we break down for a deeper move, and then we still have this 1, 2 up here. And this is just a third, or a 1, 2, and then we break down again. So depending on how high we come here, like I said, invalidation of this move comes at this 1627. And then basically, if only by moving above the 1660 can we confirm that this corrective structure is completed. But we'll know before then by the way this fifth wave forms. We'll want to see a 5-wave move developing here where we get a push up, get a retracement potentially onto that channel again, then look for that 3rd wave to potentially push up to their 4th and a 5th, something like that. It doesn't have to happen exactly like this, but that's what we'd want to see. We want to see good structure within this move, and then basically from this first 5-wave move here, you have a good idea that you're going to be starting this move to the upside. Some other things that I wanted to just talk about, even though this is my most likely option, we were talking about the fact that we could develop a triangle here. I am still keeping an eye out for this. Even though this C wave has come quite deep, we wouldn't say we completed yet, because what we'd want to see here is effectively something like this play out. If we do play out into this green box area and we get that additional 4th and 5th in here, that would actually invalidate this. But if we actually complete here and we push up higher again, and then we form another 5 wave move to the downside like this, which doesn't break this A wave low, then it's possible we could still see something like this play out where we form a triangle here instead. And then we actually look to push up. So just keeping an eye on this. Invalidation of this would be either moving above 1660 or below 1518. So that's just something that we're keeping an eye on as well. There was a potential for extension to the upside. So for the most part, this has invalidated. Basically, well, the way we were counting, it's invalidated. We'd have to remove all these. The only way it would still be valid is if we look at this as a 1. All of this becomes a 2 as a flat. But we can't cross this 1518. If we break below that 1518, then effectively we would be looking at a complete, or at a lower low here, and it would invalidate this bullish potential. But if we do actually start to move away from this point, we could argue that there is a potential to extend here to the upside, and basically confirmation of this would actually come by crossing this 1741, and that would actually change this target zone slightly. So I'm just going to do this. Basically, we could then look to push up. This is obviously with no extensions in the waves. Effectively, a push up to this zone here of 1796 to this area at the bottom here of, I can't even see the number now. $17.63. That would be a zone that would be looking for a rejection off of. So if we do actually move up into this zone, it is possible we could then get a rejection in this area, and then we actually look to break lower, and basically from there we would be looking at this 5th wave as potentially completed, but we would need to wait for further confirmation, and confirmation would come really by actually having a deeper retracement and looking to break this 4th wave low point. And effectively what we'd be looking for in that case would actually be I'm going to come out here onto the 4 hourly. If we do end in that red box area at the top there, what we'd be looking for is actually a move. So from here, so we'd be looking for that retracement. That 50% would be the top of these local sort of highs here in this consolidation area, all the way down to sort of this 786 at a maximum. We wouldn't really want to lose this 0854. Otherwise that would indicate to me that actually we're going to look to break down. But like I said, we need to just watch this move, because we can count this as an ABC and actually we look to break down. Or alternatively, we could still be forming a triangle within here where we form a B wave, form a C wave, and then we just consolidate sideways for a long period of time. So we just need to give it a bit of time and see actually what plays out here. If we do get this 5 wave move play out, we retrace, we find support, and then we actually push up higher, then we could actually look to argue that we have a bullish structure, but we'd have to break this 20,031. Failing to do that, sorry, 2031. Failing to do that would actually indicate to me that we are potentially in a triangle here, and that this is an A, B, C, D, and then we're going to look for that E wave. Or it could just be a bigger complex structure where this is an A, B, and the C is a flat, and then we actually look to break down. So there's a few options to look at here. We need to just be careful that we don't get overexcited about this too early. But basically within this would be looking for this move to actually start to play out from here, and would rely on not crossing this 1518. The second we cross this 1518, that invalidates the structure, and we'd have to look for a different option. Okay, so I'm going to leave the video there. We've got a few things that we need to watch here. For as long as we hold this below the 1660 And if we get rejection in this 1585 to this 1571, we could still be looking for that push further down. 1500 would be a one-to-one target, so that's an interesting area. If we do push through that, basically this zone of this 1453 to this 1389 would be sort of where I'd be looking for. We can argue that it has actually come down and met the minimum requirement by touching into this point, so we just need to be careful that we don't start to form a 5-wave structure from here as well, where this is an A, B, C, and then from this low here, actually we start to form 5-wave structure to the upside. So just need to keep an eye on it. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I hope everyone found the video useful. If you did, please smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, why not hit that subscribe button, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video. And why not leave us some feedback as well? We're always happy to hear from you guys and girls. What is your thoughts on the market at the moment? Do you think we have a new low coming, or do you think that it is in already? Okay, and also in the description you'll find a link to Discord. Why not come and check it out? It's free to join. Once you're in the general chat area, just add mention member staff. We'll be happy to help you out with anything you may need. Also in the description you'll find affiliate links to BYBIT and PrimeXBT, both great exchanges. They're what we use when we're doing our trading, whether that's stocks and commodities or just crypto. BYBIT obviously we use for the crypto, and then the PrimeXBT we can use for all of it. Really are great exchanges. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I hope everyone has a great day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care, everybody.